Hey everyone, day 26. Pretty excited. Just a few more days. I will be 30 days into this. So halfway through the 60 days, which is awesome and a lot farther than I thought I'd be back in week 2 when I wanted to quit. So I'm really glad I stuck it through, and I appreciate everyone's encouragement because now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm cruising. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a couple days. I've had a rather large canker sore in my mouth, which is pretty painful, so I've kind of just been hunkering down and trying to make it through the past 2 days. But I have to say the sore is definitely probably my fault. A few nights ago I had a bad craving. I'd been having cravings all day. So I did probably what some other people have done, which is make a poor decision and went out and got a potato soft taco from Taco Bell and chewed on that sucker and then spit it out. So didn't eat, but I did chew on something terrible just to get that kind of sensation. And I'm pretty sure the sauce in the taco is what gave me the canker sore. It's got some crappy artificial Chipotle Southwest Ranch sauce, which God knows who or what's in it. So definitely learned my lesson on that. And I have noticed I lived on fast food for about a year before this reboot started. I had just gotten a terrible habit. When I lived in far west Oklahoma, there really wasn't access to good food, so I just went out to eat all the time. I was stressed out about my job too, so I didn't have a lot of time on my hands. But anyways, so I noticed I got a lot of canker sores during that time. So I'm thinking my body got to the point where it kind of just rejected that stuff, because the 2 years prior to that I'd eaten super well. So I think when I started eating the fast food all the time, my body was like, "What the hell?" And just kind of started attacking itself. And I say I went out to eat for a year, and you have to keep in mind I've been a vegetarian for about 6 years. So just because you're a vegetarian doesn't mean you're eating well. For any new vegetarians out there, eating Funyuns and French fries and mashed potatoes is not going to make you any healthier than eating a steak. In fact, it'll probably be less healthy. When I first became a vegetarian, I had no idea what I was doing, of course. Didn't really have any role models in my life. It's just a decision I made because I weighed about 260 pounds, and I figured if I go way over here and eat only vegetables, I'll end up somewhere in the middle. And it just kind of stuck. I just really haven't missed meat. But I didn't know what I was doing, so I would eat a lot of the, fake hamburgers, tofurkey, all that kind of stuff. And now, of course, I know just from learning over time and when I worked at the co-op and talking to other people and watching all these documentaries that, really what's killing us is processed food. I'm not even necessarily a believer that everyone has to be vegetarian or vegan to be healthy. I think the biggest and best decision you can make for your life is eating whole, unprocessed food. Even if that includes, lean, locally raised, pasture-raised meat. That's a heck of a lot healthier than eating a Boca burger or a Morningstar burger or a veggie burger from Burger King. That processed food is just as bad as if you're eating greasy meat all the time. But I think with any journey you learn as time goes on. So I got to the point where I realized what being vegetarian and vegan and the benefits of it, and what doing it the healthy way. But I have not been doing that for the past year. So anyways, I'm glad to be 26 days in. It kind of hit me yesterday that it's getting to the point where it's becoming a habit. Drinking the juice is just normal. That's what I do for a meal, which is awesome. So I'm not really having the cravings like I was. And now that I've been juicing this long and will continue for the 60 days, it's definitely given me a new appreciation for food and flavors and smells. Because before I started this, I was to the point where I was just like inhaling food. It was just straight up an addiction. I would just feel so restless at night and have to go eat some taco bueno or I wasn't going to be able to sleep. But the thing about it is I would get there. I would eat, 4 burritos and some rice and probably go get some fries at Burger King too. And I would just be miserable. I wouldn't even enjoy it. It would just be like something I had to do. I was to the point where the food didn't even really taste good. The idea of it felt really well, just the same as the idea of go getting high again seems right to an addict or an alcoholic. But as soon as you go do it, and you sit there with it, you realize, oh crap, man, I just gotta stop doing this. So I'm definitely glad to be to the point, 26 days in, that I can say I'm starting to feel like I'm developing a new habit, a new lifestyle. I don't like to think that I'm on a diet, because diets end, and that's kind of why people fail, is because this reboot is good as a kickstart for my life, but it's not, I'm not going to be juicing the rest of my life, so I have to not only juice, but allow myself during that time to heal mentally, and start to recalibrate how I think about food. So I'm definitely getting to that point, and I'm so happy about that. Even a week ago, Talia would be like cooking chicken, and I would be like, oh man, I want some of that so bad. And like I said, I haven't eaten chicken in 6 years, so I was just like, that was just addiction. And I'm happy to say in the past couple days, I'm to the point where not only can I cook for Talia, but I want to. Like, I enjoy just the smells. It doesn't terrorize me. It's really nice. And that's one of the things that's going to be great about when I start eating again, is I'm really going to be able to taste all the different flavors. So for me personally, I don't want to go back to eating and think, oh, if I go eat, at Taco Bell every now and then, that's okay. For me, I don't want to ever go to those places again, because it's no different than I can't go have a drink because I'm alcoholic. I can't even do it every now and then. So with food, I kind of have to be the same way. Just never go eat fast food again, which honestly is not a bad thing. And I also know that if I do, I feel like it'll kind of ruin my taste buds again, to where it dulls down my sense of flavor. Because, they make food at these fast food places where it's just assaulting your senses, and that's really not normal. Like, when you cook from home, it's all kind of, it's a little more subtle, and you taste all the robust flavors, and there's just something to it. You can go eat 3 bean burritos at Taco Bell and it's nothing. But if you made your own, black bean burritos at home with some fresh lettuce and tomato and sauteed onions and all that stuff, man, you could probably eat 1 or 2 and you'd be full and feel refreshed. So that's kind of my goal when I get done, is to definitely eat a vegan lifestyle. I'm going to try to stay away from salt now that I've kind of recalibrated or rebooted my system, because one thing I will say is, even when I ate pretty healthy before, I did probably use more salt than I should have. I've cut down a lot over the years, but I would like to even eliminate it at times and not feel like I always have to put salt when I cook. But we'll see. I mean, if I put a little salt on something, that's not the end of the world, as long as I'm still eating whole fruits and vegetables. So I kind of been dreaming about what that first meal is going to be. I think the first thing I do, like the first few days, I'll have a juice a couple times, and then have a dinner light meal. And I think probably the first day I'm going to have like a nice fresh salad with an avocado creamy dressing. Is kind of, I think, what I've decided. And then I want to definitely keep incorporating juice into my life. And I think one of the best ways for me to do that is going to be to have it for breakfast. Because I've always kind of struggled with breakfast. I wasn't much of a breakfast eater growing up. But I know the importance of having that meal shortly after you get up to kind of get your system kick-started and your metabolism going. So for me, I think that's going to be a great time to have a juice, and probably a nice hearty green juice. Because if it weren't for the juicing, I probably wouldn't have a whole lot of like kale and stuff in my diet. So for me, that's going to be a good way to load up on those nutrients and still incorporate juice in my life. So anyways, like I said, day 26, doing great. I hope all of you are doing good out there. Thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully I don't bore you to death. I try to be in a different place each day and kind of talk about what's on my mind for that day and document it for myself as well. It'll be nice to look back at this. I really don't have anything else. I've been trying to get out in the sun because I know I'm probably lacking in vitamin D. And so I want to try to get out there in the sun more while it's still sunny out before it gets fall and winter and we don't have as much. Beautiful day out here today, almost 80 degrees, which is hard to believe. It's at the end of October. Kind of ready for the cold weather though. I'm a pretty big fan of cold weather. So anyways, I'm glad to be in day 26. Look forward to 34 more days and hitting day 60. So I hope you guys will continue on with me on this journey, and I will talk to you soon.